Metaphors involve describing one thing in terms of another. They make explicit connections between two different concepts so that we understand one more fully. They always involve mapping one concept onto another. Let's take the concept of sound as an example to see how we can describe it using metaphor. Taste could be one metaphor for sound, as in a new flavour of music, or I listened hungrily. In this metaphor, the quality and perception of sound is compared to a physical sensation of taste. Metaphors often work this way, mapping something concrete and physical, such as sound, onto something abstract, such as taste. Think about an example such as Juliet is the sun. This works by suggesting the positive qualities of the sun, such as being warm and beautiful, giving life, being of central importance, being something that people typically like, and mapping them onto Juliet. So our perception and associations of Juliet as a person are then constructed through the metaphor. Metaphors are often used by writers to present people, places and events that are unfamiliar and unusual to the audience. To do this, metaphor can be realised in a number of different ways, through simile, personification and allegory. Similes compare two things by using the words like or as. Going back to our sound examples from before, we might say, the violin sounded like a dog trapped in barbed wire, or the rock band were as loud as a bomb in a fireworks factory. Personification involves a non-human entity being understood in human terms. Take this example from Dracula, where the non-human walls are given the human quality of frowning. Through these frowning walls and dark window openings, it was not likely that my voice could penetrate. Allegory makes metaphorical connections between two larger narrative structures so that one is understood in terms of another. In Animal Farm by George Orwell, the characters and events in the novel are compared to the people and events of the Russian Revolution. People sometimes think that metaphors are abstract and that they're only used in poetry and literature. But in fact, we use metaphors in everyday speech, often without even noticing. Body parts are a good example. Take the words head and heart. They're often used in metaphorical sense to describe locations and roles. The head of a company, a head teacher, I'm heading out, the heart of industry, the heart of the countryside, and so on. Whether they're abstract, far-fetched or commonplace, metaphors help us to understand, visualise and describe the world. They're a powerful tool in a writer's repertoire and can expand our imaginations and make us see people, places and events in interesting new ways.